Welcome to this week's episode of the Alakazam Review Show.
As per usual, thank you so much for the support on all of the shows, the likes, the comments, and everyone also who subscribes. It really does mean the world. So every single one of you, we appreciate you.
We certainly do. And this week we've got another 3 bangers for you.
We
have got Omni Air, which we first saw at Magic Live.
Yeah, brilliant. Really, really cool. I heard about it, and then when I got my hands on it, it is cool. Very clever.
Very clever. We've got Mini Smash and Stab by Wayne Dobson. And we have got this bad boy by little old me.
Just been released.
Just
released. So it's brand new. I reckon we leave that until last.
Okay, dokes.
Ready? So let's take a look at. Should we do Omni Air first?
Let's do it.
Let's do Omni Air first. Let's have a look.
So we first saw this at Magic Live. Penguin were just over the way for us.
Yep.
And we were watching them dem it time and time again. And it's one of those effects where it's quite a strange thing, because when you're watching it, you're sort of thinking, you're just pushing a pen through a bit of cellophane.
Yeah.
And then you get this, what happened?
Wait, what? That's what happens. You get that, don't you?
Sort of
it's crazy
moment where you go, huh?
What? It's like that. But I honestly, this is actually really cool. Now, we did do a video on it. It is very fun to perform with, I will say. Do a video and things like that. It is very well made as well. You get more than what you just think you get, because you do put a full deck of cards out on there, which is really cool. It will take a little bit of practice just with the angles.
Yeah.
That's all I will say. But it is very, very cool and very effective, and a really cool premise. I haven't seen anything else. It gives me like demi deck vibes, where it's like it's a close-up illusion sort of thing.
It's a great little opener. The fact that you end up with a full deck of cards means this is a great opener to hit a table. The magic's happening up here as well. So you can do this. It's a little bit of, they don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
And then it's that moment when it sinks in and you take the full deck of cards out. So now you put the stuff away, you've got your cards, you continue with your act. So I'll tell you what, shall we watch a performance?
Let's have a look at performance of Omni Air. Nobody can work this out. Use a pen, a deck of cards, and the cellophane, the plastic wrap. Now, all I need to do is slide off the cellophane just like this, and I can actually take the solid pen and melt it all the way through the cellophane. How cool is that? I can even leave it there hung, suspended. You can see it's melted all the way through solid. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're going to comment down below, there's just a hole cut through it, right? But it's impossible. If there was a hole cut through it, everyone would be able to do it. If I just wave my hand over the top and snap my fingers, you will now not be able to do it. Watch. Take a hold of the pen for me. Place it through. You can't. No. You can't. And that is because inside the cellophane there is actually a solid glass block. How cool is that? Now, I know what you're thinking. Maybe the block just come out of the deck of cards. No way. Because inside the box is a full pack of 52 playing cards. Guys, that is unbelievable. It's got to be worth a like and follow.
So that was it. That was Harry performing Omni Air, and it is great. It does exactly what it sort of says on the tin. This pen goes through, and then you produce the block and then the full deck of cards. Now, who would this suit? That's the thing. So,
to be fair, it is great on socials. It's good on socials. I wouldn't say it's not difficult to do. Like I said, you have just got to bear in mind with the angles. Although that being said, I would think it'd be slightly more tricky to do on socials, purely because obviously the camera gets everything. Do you know what I mean? In real life, it would go down easier because the misdirection and things like that, you would naturally have that.
Yeah, and bearing in mind, we saw the guys at Penguin demming this over and over again. Yeah. So if you've got someone standing in front of you, if you're performing at a table, so you're taking like half a step back and you're performing to the table, I think it will work fine. Yeah. In a mix and mingle situation, people in front of you, I think it will work fine. But like you said, I mean, doing stuff on camera, especially stuff like this, isn't the easiest thing because it's very static. Your eyes aren't coming off the central point. In performance, they are. You've got those offbeat and relaxed moments.
I think the great thing with this as well is that they don't see it coming. Like, over camera, it looks good, but you don't get the same experience. Whereas in real life, they just go to think, yeah, I can just put the pen through the hole. I don't know. And then when they feel it hit the solid block, they're like, what the hell? You know what I mean? I don't know where that's come from. Very lovely little nuances in there as well. So I think, yeah, perfect, to be fair, for... It's not difficult to do. There's no real sleight of hand in it, so it's good for any sort of level, really. Place, it'd be good, like you're saying, tables, it does happen at eye level. It would also be good like down a pub as like a bet thing. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that would be really nice. And then, And
you do get more than you expect in there, like you said. Yeah. I mean, the gimmicks do most of the work for you.
Yes. And also, if you do want to do this, you didn't know about this, I don't think Jamie knows about it either, but it's a really cool little touch you get in there. You can do the same routine, so you get the cards, you get the block, this and that, the block gets put to one side, you then get a card chosen, and then you breathe on the block and it will have their card on it.
Oh,
which is a nice little touch, yeah. Really good little bonus routine.
They used to call that the Curzon Crystal.
That exact thing, yeah. So really nice, loads of routines in there. So yeah, I recommend Omni Air. I think it is good. Like I said, it'll take a little bit of time to just play around with it, but it's not difficult, it's just getting the angles right, that's it. So yeah, similar to the Demi deck, really.
Yeah, so that is Omni Air. They are, as of recording this, in stock. Right, so the second trick we're going to talk about today is Mini Smash and Stab by D-Trick, Wayne Dobson.
It's cute. It's very cute.
It's great. So years ago, Wayne had a bigger version, wooden bases made by Colin Rose called Smash and Stab. And with this new version, everything has been shrunk down. So it's sort of a version for close up and parlour rather than being out on stage.
Yeah. I really like it. In actual fact, Simon Lick was down. I think he actually uses this, so he done a performance with it. Wicked. I think let's take a look at it and then we can show him the props and things like that, because it is very well made. It is lovely. Let's have a look.
Pete, let's play a game.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You don't want to? No. Yeah, we'll be all right, won't we? This uses some little discs like this. You can check these out. They're solid discs with a hole in the middle. This is a solid disc with a hole in the middle. This is a solid disc with a hole in the middle. But this is a solid disc with a sharpened bullet on top. Please be very careful, but that is sharp. You can...
Yeah.
And so that going into you is not good. But equally, you slamming your hand down on that is not great either. Now, if I put these discs out in a row like this, it's very easy to know. If I said slam your hand down on one of them, it's very easy to tell which one you shouldn't slam your hand down on, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that is where these little things come in. These are just little pots that you would put ketchup in. Looks like blood, it works. But I don't need to think that I'm picking those ones. So just take 4 of those, doesn't matter what 4 you take. And I want you to just cover each little disc up with a condiment pot. I can see this because we know where the bullet is at the moment. Happy?
Not really, no.
Okay, Pete, just turn around for me for a second. Okay, good. I'm just going to start to move these about. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to move them very slowly because I don't want the pot to fall off and I don't want it to give away where anything is. Yeah. Okay, Pete, I'm going to turn around. If you tell me now, without touching anything, you now have no idea where that sharpened bullet is, do you?
No,
No, good. So I'm going to turn around and you mix them up. Do it very slowly, hold them by the edge of the bases so the pots don't fall off, so it doesn't give away anything as to where they are. Okay?
Yeah.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Good. I'm just going to separate them ever so slightly. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pete, just say stop for me, please.
Stop.
This one here?
Yep.
That's one.
Do you know what? My stomach's going because I am really nervous.
Okay, let's mix these up again. All right. You saw what I just did. So just start to slowly point at each one.
This one.
I'm not sure, Pete. Go again. I'm not sure. Sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I'm not sure. Stop.
That one.
Yeah, that one. Hold on. Last time I point. You said stop and I hit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I said stop, so you should hit.
What, really?
Yeah. Just go for it. 3, 2, 1. Okay,
Do you know what?
good,
I
yeah.
hate doing this.
All right, we're 2 down. Pete, mix them up for me. I don't want to see. Okay. Pete, slide one of them towards me. Do you want to use that or get rid of it?
Use it.
We're going to use this one. Okay.
Oh, God.
3, 2, 1. We're clean. Pete, your choices all the way through leaves us with one sharpened bullet intact.
That is great.
Thanks for playing.
Woo! So that was the great Simon Lipkin performing Mini Smash and Stab on me, and I'll be honest with you, I was worried because I do not like performing these types of effects. I've never performed one.
Can I just say, this is, do you know how this works? Like,
Yeah.
obviously, you do?
Yeah.
And did he point it out to you?
No, I know because I owned the big
really?
one. Yeah.
It is so well hidden, it's crazy. I honestly think you could give these out forever, no one would ever know.
No.
No one would ever know. But it is easy to see once you know. The props are really good. I mean, that is solid metal on there. That's obviously solid. And it all just fits nicely in. So you can cover it up like this. Boop, 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 boop.
And
Lovely.
do you know the other good thing about these, this version as well? Usually when you've got the bigger ones, you've got to go and get yourself the cups.
Yeah.
These use these little sauce pots that you go into McDonald's or wherever, and you just grab a bunch of them and walk out.
So cute.
So these are great. But if you like smash and stab routines, it's perfect. If you're doing a little parlour, this is a great version of it. It would even work in a close-up situation. If you were table hopping, you could do this. Move a bit of space on the table.
The thing is, stack them up, put it in your pocket, and then just get them out again. Obviously, just be careful of that little blob there, but you're sorted. So yeah, place, perfect anywhere, table, parlour. I mean, to be fair, you could do it on stage because that's obviously a spike on there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think you could do it table hopping as a smash and stuff. It's great.
100% you could do it table hopping if you had the room to do it. But it's one of those effects that does play pretty big. If you were using it in a parlour show, this is strong enough to be a closer. I mean, this is a tension building effect. And if you get someone with you to do it, you know, as Simon did with me, do it with my hand as well. Yeah, it is. Even though I know what's going on, I'm still scared.
You can't help but be on edge. It's perfect for any skill level. There's no sleight of hand or anything like that. Absolutely perfect for that. You just have fun. The place, table, close up, like you were saying. And for the props, the quality of them, I think the price is great.
Yeah.
It's practical, workable.
The quality is great, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. If you like smash and stab style effects, this is a great version of it if you want something a little bit smaller. I will say, with any of these sort of effects, be careful when you perform them.
No matter how surefire it is, there is a risk.
And
involved.
usually, if effects like this do go wrong, it is user error. This isn't going to go wrong. It's you that would go wrong. So always treat these sort of effects with respect.
But they do have power purely for what they are.
Yeah,
so,
they do.
Highly recommend. Mini Smash and Stab.
Yep. Great props, great price, great routine. Okay, so the final effect we're going to talk about today is the Reaper.
That's you.
By me.
Blowing your own trumpet out. That was. I'm only joking. This is actually wicked, honestly. And we've been working at, well, I say we, it's been in production sort of thing for like over 2 years. And finding this at a stage where it is phenomenal and loads of people have been excited for this.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the Reaper is based on an effect of mine called ES Perfect, which I created, I believe, before you were born.
I think it was before I was born, I remember.
Because I remember it was definitely when we were living in Lewisham, and I do think it was a good couple of years before you were born. And the base idea for this effect came to me when I was playing around. There's an old effect where I would hand you 5 cards, 5 blue back cards.
Yeah.
I would have 5 blue back cards. We would put them behind our backs. I would hand you one of mine face down, you would hand me one of yours. I'll tell you to put it in face up and then cut the deck and then bring them out and spread them. Now, it's a great effect.
Yeah.
But when I was looking at the effect, I thought to myself, wouldn't it be good if that could happen without the cards being behind it?
All in view.
Yeah. And then the other thing I thought, what if we could do it with different coloured cards? So there's no question that the card you've handed me is the card that's face up or turned over. And I remember I was sitting there with my friend Moz. It was the day before a Magic Circle Dealers Day.
Oh, wicked.
We were sitting in our kitchen, and I came up with a routine, and Moz made up a load of the trick.
Yeah.
In the kitchen while I was typing out instructions.
No way.
We took them to the Magic Circle Dealers Day the next day and sold out of them.
That's wicked. That is professional. That's what you get out of it. That's sick though.
The thing is, ES Perfect was such a groundbreaking routine because it looks so fair.
Yeah.
It looks so fair. And then over the years, I came up with other alternative using poker hands and different stuff. So we released the ES Perfect project, which had all my different handlings on them and different ways to use it. And I always wanted to do it with tarot cards because I thought it lends itself to tarot.
It's phenomenal.
So just after lockdown, we had the idea of doing it. You designed the wallet, we had the wallets made. So the wallets have actually been sitting in our warehouse for almost 2 years, I would say. And I'm glad to say it's finally
It's incredible.
Here.
It's so good.
It's just such it's a lovely effect. It's simple.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. Let's take a look at a performance. We had Simon Lipkin pop into the shop, and we were talking about ESP effects, and I said, I've got a new effect. It's not an ESP effect, it's a tarot effect. Would you like to see it? He said yes, and I said, could I film it? He said yes, and that's what you're going to watch right now. Simon.
Yes, mate.
Do you know anything about the tarot?
Yes, I do. My mum is a psychic medium, which genuinely she is, which is a weird relationship between magician and psychic medium. But yes, I know a little bit about them. Yeah.
So she uses them,
yeah. She believes in them very much.
Right. Now, a lot of people believe, especially with the tarot, that the tarot control you. So whatever the tarot says, that's what's going to happen. I believe the opposite. I believe we can control the tarot. And in fact, I've got a little experiment that I'd like to try with you. Okay. So I've got 5 tarot cards for you. I don't want you to look at them just yet. We'll leave them there. But I want you to imagine they are the same as mine. So over here we have the Fool, we have the Lovers, we have Justice, we have Strength, and we have the card that everyone tries to avoid, the Death card. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to mix these up, and I want you to get one of the images in your mind. I'm holding just one card. Now I will tell you, the card we want to avoid is the Death card, so this isn't a Death card. But this could be Justice, could be Strength, could be the Lovers, or it could be the Fool I'm holding. So just think of one of those now. Tell me when you've got one in your mind.
Yeah, got one.
Okay, are you thinking of the Fool?
No.
You're not? What one are you thinking of?
Lovers.
The Lovers?
Yeah, just got engaged.
Right, that's perfect, because that's the card I'm holding. And this is what I was saying. Sometimes we can control the cards.
Yeah.
But we're going to try something else. Take hold of your cards. Don't look at the faces. But once again, I just want you to give them a really good mix-up for me.
Okay.
Just give them a mix-up. And I'm going to remove one of my cards. I'm going to commit myself to this tarot.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I've got a sense that the card I've placed down here is a positive card.
Okay.
So I want you to go through your cards face down.
Yeah.
And I want you to hand me any card that you feel has got a positive vibe. Now, the one thing that we must do is avoid death.
Okay.
Okay, so whichever card you feel has got a positive vibe, that's the one you're going to give me.
This one.
This one here?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, if you have avoided death, that would mean that the card you've handed me is one of four. Could be the Fool, Justice, Strength,
Yeah.
or the Lovers.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't matter if you get this right or wrong, but it's a good experiment, a good little test. What card do you think it would be? Strength, Lovers, Justice, or the Fool?
What I would want it to be.
Yeah.
Strength.
Strength.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, let's have a look.
Yeah.
It is indeed Strength.
Oh, Pete.
But that's one thing. You see, I placed a card down right at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Turn over my card. Have a look what it is.
I can turn it over.
Turn it over.
Yeah.
It's Strength, a perfect match. But this was not about getting the Strength card. That wouldn't have mattered.
Well, it is about getting the strength card. We got the strength.
It's not. It's about avoiding death. And I managed to avoid death.
Yeah.
But did you? Turn over the rest of your
No,
cards.
I don't want to turn them over.
Turn them
Pete.
over.
Okay, that. Oh, it's really good. It's really good.
It's so strong, isn't it? It's easy. This literally could be your first magic trick, isn't it? At an entry level, it could be your first trick, but the power of it, like, don't brush over it. It is strong.
It's really strong. And what you see in the performance there is my original ES Perfect routine. Now, on the video to this, you get a couple of bonus routines because we supply you with different cards in here as well, or more cards, should I say. So we do supply a couple of bonus routines and a couple of different handlings for this particular effect that you've seen. But the effect or the routine, should I say, that I performed on Simon on that video was going back to the original ES Perfect. If you watch the original ES Perfect trailer, you will see that I'm using the same sort of structure of routine, which I think just works
It's just
perfectly.
strong, isn't it? It's just streamlined strong, isn't it?
Yeah, and you've got these lovely little moments in there where doesn't matter which direction it takes, you've always got this final kicker of the death cards. You've got the matchup, and then you've got the cards in their hand being the death cards.
And they can't go anywhere from that. It's brilliant. It's perfect for any skill level. The place, again, is perfect for anywhere, really, isn't it? I mean, parlour, close up, walk around.
You could do it walk around.
Fast reset.
Yeah. Walk around, parlour, close up, everything you just said, you could do it. And even if you were to do it on stage, you can do it on stage. They're tarot cards. You can set the scene, have someone sitting opposite you. And because of what it is, your audience, even though, you know, on stage everyone thinks things have got to be massive, they don't. Because when you're performing an effect like this, it's all about what you're saying. So I placed down the Strength card. Let's have a look what you gave me. You gave me the Strength card. That's a match. How did that happen? But this was all about avoiding death. Let's have a look at your other cards. This one is death. And as soon as you're saying it, the audience, whether they can see the cards or not, but you would bring them up like this. But whether they could see them or not, you're talking them through it and they can understand exactly what's happening.
It's a great price point as well. You get full custom tarot cards in there. You get the custom leather wallet. It's brilliant. That is Reaper. 10 out of 10.
Right, so that's it for this week. We looked at Omni,
Mini, Smash and Stab.
and the Reaper. So 3 incredible effects that are in stock now over at Alakazam. And if you have got any comments about any of the effects, if you perform them, we'd love to hear about them. If you've just got your hands on the Reaper, let us know in the comments what you think. And if you've got any recommendations or you would like us to review anything or perform anything, let us know in the comments.
100%, yeah, we're here to give this for you guys. So whatever content you want to see, whatever products you want to see reviewed, just ask us and we'll do it. Because at the end of the day, we are doing this for you. So guys, thank you so much. If you did enjoy the video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and we will see you on one of our other videos. If not, we'll see you next week on the next review show. Adios.